The Burlington Palliative Care Planning Committee hope that you find this case-based video helpful in understanding the intended purpose and use of the Palliative Symptom Response Order Form.
Hello, Mr. White. I'm Mira. I'm a registered nurse. It's okay for me to come over and check up on you?
Yes, please come in.
Thank you.
Mr. George White is living with stage 4 pancreatic cancer with metastases to spine, brain, and lungs. He and his wife have asked his family doctor to support his palliative journey in his home for as long as possible.
So what you are describing with taking longer naps during the day and eating a bit less, it's not uncommon when you live with this type of cancer. I think that having that meal replacement drink to keep up your energy, it's a great idea. I'm really glad you're doing that. May I ask if your pain medications are working and keeping your back pain under control, and how would you rate your pain today?
Yes, the pain medication seemed to be working, and I would rate that at about 3 out of 10 for the pain.
Great. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
George was struggling with swallowing his extra strength Tylenol and gabapentin, so the pharmacist said that we may crush them, and this is helping. The long-acting opiate hydromorphone content is going down okay. George is requiring 1 to 2 hydromorphone each day when his back pain acts up.
Please tell me how the last 2 days been with George since I last visited him.
I find that he's just taking a couple of sips of water with his medications now a day, and he's sleeping pretty well all the time. We're very grateful for you having found the hospital bed for us and to help keeping him clean, bathing him, and looking after him. I thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad we could help. Hello, Mr. White. How are you today?
I'm feeling not too bad, thank you.
I just finished talking with your wife, and she's telling me that the medication and the level of care you're receiving from you visiting him is working well.
Yes, that's right.
I also think both of you are, doing great job taking care of each other.
Thank you.
It's important for you to feel comfortable in your own home and with your wife. So I just started thinking ahead, and I think it's time for me to call Dr. Jerome and update her what's going on and order medication. I understand that you're having some difficulty swallowing, and in case if that progresses, I'll call doctor to send a symptom response order set, and it has various of medication that we might need to control your symptoms when you're having difficulty swallowing. Okay, so I'll call Dr. Jerome and ask to send that package home. So when it arrives, I would like you to put it in George's room in a safe place, and I will open when we need it. Okay, so we'll continue with the medication as they are right now. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow, Mr. White. Okay, you have a good day.
Yes,
Okay.
I understand, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello, Melissa. It's Amira calling, palliative visiting nurse. Just calling to give you an update regarding George White's condition, and also request for you to fax to Dr. Jerome's office palliative symptom response order set. George White's PPS is 30%. He is taking only sips of water and having difficulty swallowing his medication. I also would like to request increasing visits to daily.
Thank you for the update, Mira. I'll make sure that this document gets faxed to Dr. Jerome's office and authorize daily visits for the change in George White's condition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Jerome's office.
Hello, this is Mira. I'm a visiting palliative nurse at George White's home. There has been a change in his health status, so I asked the care coordinator to fax form to the doctor office and send it back possible today. But first I need to speak with Dr. Jerome. Can you put me through?
Hi, yes, of course. Let me just transfer you over to her.
Hello?
Hi, Dr. Jerome. It's Mira, the home care nurse who's taking care of George White.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll take the call in room 5, okay?
Perfect. I'll transfer her through. Sorry, just 1 second.
Hi, Dr. Jerome. I just wanted to give you an update regarding Mr. White's health status. He's been declining. His PPS is around 30% right now. His wife required crushing his medication for the past few weeks. However, he's just taking few sips of water with his medication recently. I would like you to convert his medication to hydromorphone to injectable. He's on 9 milligram twice a day and 3 milligrams additionally PRN breakthrough. So that gives us 21 milligram in a 24-hour period.
Okay, so if that's the 24-hour amount that he's been using for the hydromorphone, I'll convert it to subcutaneous and then I'll send a prescription to his pharmacy so that they'll have the medication in case he's not able to take pills anymore.
Also, the care coordinator is going to be faxing you a palliative symptom response order set form for you to sign it and send it back to us so we can use it when he can no longer swallow his medication.
Yes, no problem. I will ask my receptionist to watch for the fax and then I'll sign it and fax it back.
I have increased my visits to daily, and if you are planning to do a house call, I'm happy to coordinate our visits at the same time.
Yeah, actually, I was planning to do a house call for Mr. White on Wednesday, probably around 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jerome. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so please remember to call the number I gave you, okay, if you have any concerns or any changes. Okay?
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much for
Bye-bye.
everything, Mira. Thank you.
So one of the key messages in this training video is reviewing the clinical indicators present in the visiting nursing assessment when a client's status declines. The nurse would be calling the care coordinator to fax a symptom response order form to the family physician. We are asking that family physicians to be prepared to convert all oral medications to subcutaneous routes and fax the symptom response order form back for home care. To emphasize some of the direction that is communicated to the patient and family about the package of medication and supplies before it is delivered.
There is a little one-page information sheet that you can read when you have time that talks about it. But essentially, there's liquid medicine in there that goes under the skin. So when we start using it, there'll be a little catheter under his skin so that he won't feel pokes or anything like that. And then the nurse will draw up the medicine so that it's available. So if we ever see pain, there's injectable medication for pain. If we were to see he was restless, there's medicine for restlessness. So there's about 1 or 2 days worth of medicine in there, and if we start using it and it's working well, then the nurse will let me know and I'll order more. How is George doing?
He's not doing too bad. He's sleeping a lot, pretty well all the time. Mira is quite concerned about his swallowing. I did receive a package last night of medications.
We're going to just keep them aside. They're going to be for when he can't swallow his medicine anymore. And Mira and or myself will let you know when we're going to start using them.
Small amounts of the pain and symptom response medications are ordered to be available for sudden or emergent issues when access to the physician or pharmacist will be difficult or traveling to the emergency room might be unwanted. Not all palliative care patients will need these medications. These medications are not intended to replace regular, ongoing prescriptions. The security of medications in the home are everyone's responsibility. The pain and symptom relief order form may be downloaded off the LHIN website. Please provide patients and families with the LHIN's patient and family information about symptom response medications information sheet.